Hey everybody, Dean Young, Home Tech. Hope everybody's having a good day today. Just finished up my last inspection for the day, and it was a really good inspection. Come to find out, the buyer for this property was the seller of another property that we inspected. So before I went over my summary, we talked a little bit, and she told me that I inspected her house, and she was like, "You inspected it for the buyer?" And I was like, "Oh no." And she was like, "No, not at all. I really liked your report. I liked the detail, and I was thinking, you were so thorough, and this is what I really want." She was like, "Even though I had to come out of pocket on some things, it was really informative, and I felt really comfortable with asking you guys to inspect this home." So it's always a good feeling when you have the seller from a property you inspected for the buyer to give you a call. That kind of confirms to a point that you are doing a good job. Even though there are some bad apples in the bunch, which there's always going to be some bad sellers, as far as just being disgruntled, not wanting to come off with some money, not wanting to do repairs, want to blame the inspector, all that good stuff. It does happen, but we've had many over the years that have been sellers that really liked our reports and said, "Hey, I want the same thing when I buy a house, so we chose you guys." So that means a lot to me, all around. So a good feeling to end my day so far. And we have one in Burlington this morning, pretty good reports. And both agents, buyer's agents that we had today, we've never done any reports, or we've never worked with them before. So hopefully we get some good feedback, and hopefully they will consider us in the future. Like I said, a lot of people are giving multiple referrals of inspectors and so forth, just like they do with contractors, and let the buyer choose who they want to use, which I completely understand 1000%. So anyway, I want to change subjects completely 100%. This whole deal about I'm not a country music fan, really. I was back in the 90s, Garth Brooks days, Brooks and Dunn. I like Ronnie Mills, Sap, Conway Twitty, the old school stuff. But this new stuff I'm not really into. But besides that, anyway, Eric Church, North Carolina, veteran, North Carolina, big superstar, country star. And so if you haven't heard, being that Carolina and Duke are, in the NCAA, going to be playing in the game, Eric Church had a concert scheduled somewhere in Texas, and he decided, since it's going to be Carolina and Duke, that he's canceling his concert. So I started thinking, wow, are you kidding me? Dude, you've got an obligation to people. It's not just a concert. There's more than likely people that have been planning this for a while, who have gotten sitters, who have arranged airfare, who have arranged hotels, who've made all kinds of travel plans. Maybe they traveled to that area and wanted to spend a couple days and then go end it off with the concert that night. a lot of different scenarios. So because it's going to be Duke in Carolina, he just decides, hey, I'm going to cancel my concert and go to the game. That to me, I'm not a fan of his, and if I was, I wouldn't be anymore. I think that's completely wrong. DVR it, dude. It's just a basketball game, and some people get too into sports, and it's like, man, it's Carolina and Duke, and Coach K is going to retire, and if da da da. Okay, I understand all this. I understand the Carolina Duke rival. I get it, but it's not the end of the world, you know? It's just a basketball game, and it is just a basketball game. Some people say, man, this is like the Super Bowl. This is this. Okay, it may be history. Okay, whatever. But it's in reality, to the just, it's just a basketball game. And when you have an obligation to somebody, you should keep your obligation unless it's a medical emergency or, you know, something happens that is an emergency. Something happened with you, yourself or a family member, or I don't know, you have travel trouble or something. Maybe you don't. A lot of people don't fly in airplane. They don't like to fly, so they'll travel by bus. If your bus breaks down and there's no way to get you there in time, I get it. But this dude, I don't know. Why couldn't he move the show up to earlier in the day and accommodate majority of his fans, and with the money he's got, charter a plane or a helicopter or something to the basketball game afterwards? You know, I mean, I can't imagine scheduling a home inspection and then a couple days before tell my client, I'm going to cancel your home inspection because my son's going to be in a basketball game, or I'm going to go to a basketball game, or I decided to whatever. It just, to me, it does not make sense. I think it's shows bad morals, and he just really doesn't truly care about his fans, honestly, the people that made him what he is. I understand it takes some talent, but you got to have the fans to back you and grow that following. And you don't have that following, you have nothing. And when you start losing that following, you're going to leave scars. And you've probably hurt a lot of people financially that are probably already struggling by canceling the concert. Some people may say, well, it's only a concert and this is a game of a lifetime, and whatever, man. That's just my opinion on it. I know there's some people that's going to disagree. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but if I had an obligation to perform in front of thousands of people that have made travel plans and so forth, and there was a basketball game that night or whatever, I'm sorry, but it's just a basketball game. What happens in the game happens. If they lose, they lose. If they win, they win. Whatever. There's going to be video of it, you know, and people say it's not the same. Whatever. But anyway, just arrived at the cribbage. Going to go in and knock out my reports. Been a pretty busy week, and we're into next week. So, looking pretty good. Tomorrow's Thursday, and we've got one in Durham tomorrow afternoon. I blocked out my morning because we do have a meeting with ISN, and with ISN we're going to start our scheduling through ISN, sending our reports through ISN, all of our notifications and all that good stuff through ISN. and we blocked out some time in the morning to take on a Zoom call, just to go through a tutorial of everything. I'm familiar with it, but not on the back end of it. I've had to use it before for scheduling through another company that I used to work for, and but I've never been on the back side part of it, of actually doing the scheduling and putting all your inspection information in there and all that good stuff. So anyway, guys, I'm gonna get in here and get this knocked out. I got some plans at church this evening, and that's about it, man. So 336-99-8185, HomeTechNC.com.